The episode 4 of Miraculous Ladybug Season 6 was amazing, probably one of my favorite episodes from all the seasons, especially the best one from Season 6. But before we begin, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because I'll keep you updated with all the news about Miraculous. So now let's get straight into the subject and discuss about what happened. First of all, in the beginning, Sabrina was looking at a video of Chloe, and this is the first look of Chloe in Season 6, and she looks amazing in the new animation, I can't lie. Even Sabrina looks a lot better in the new animation until the end when she changes her hairstyle and she looks kind of weird. But either way, Sabrina is feeling really down because she doesn't have any friends, especially that Chloe left. And this is kind of sad, I know, she was a bully. She was also at fault for everything that Chloe did because she supported Chloe. But this is because of her insecurities and other stuff, so I can't really fully blame Sabrina, even though she needs to be held accountable for all that she did. She caused a lot of damage, even though she didn't do it herself, she supported Chloe in doing all this damage. So I'm 50-50. I'm glad that she got a redemption, but in the same time she needs to face the consequences of what she did, and she can't expect everyone to be her friends after what she did to all of them. But now, she realized her mistakes and she became a better person, so everyone can give her another chance. And the person who gives her another chance first is Zoe. And the dynamic between Zoe and Sabrina in the episode 4 was really amazing. Because I know a lot of people will ship them. I know that a lot of people will be mad because it is kind of random. But Zoe is the first one who actually took care of Sabrina, let's say. Zoe noticed that Sabrina is eating alone and she wanted to stay with her and include her in the plans with the girls. Zoe is a really good person, and I'm happy that this episode was more about Zoe and Sabrina, because they really need to be more fleshed out and get more recognition. So I'm glad that in Season 6 we will find out more information about them and we get new dynamics. Because who would have realized that Sabrina and Zoe would become best friends? Or maybe even more, who knows, because we know that Zoe likes girls, but we don't know about Sabrina. I'm not really sure if she ever mentioned if she had a crush on a boy. Probably not because of Chloe, she always was in Chloe's shadow, so she didn't really have time for boys or relationships. Now she has someone who genuinely cares about her, Zoe, and it is kind of funny because Zoe is Chloe's half-sister, so Sabrina went from one sister to another, but this time it's a genuine friendship. It's still kind of sad because we've seen in the other seasons that Chloe kind of cares about Sabrina. For example, in the third season, in the episode Ladybug, I guess it's the episode 24 or something like this, with the sentimonster Ladybug made by Mayura, when everyone was also akumatized at school, and Marinette was also almost akumatized, Chloe protected Sabrina. So that was really sweet of her. What happened to all of this? She also felt sad when Sabrina didn't respond to her in the episode Revolution from Season 5, so she really cares about Sabrina. Maybe in the future we will see a Chloe redemption, even though the chances are extremely low, but I still have hope. Maybe one day Chloe will realize her mistakes when she will see that she's all alone. But moving on, now we have a really interesting scene, because we can see Marinette and Sabrina, and their dynamic is really interesting to me, and let me explain why. Sabrina and Chloe made Marinette's life hell, especially in the last two grades, and maybe even before, because we know that Chloe has been bullying Marinette all her life basically during school. And even though Sabrina kind of had remorse and she didn't really do directly all the stuff to Marinette, she still helped Chloe. And if I'm being completely honest, if I was Marinette, I wouldn't forgive Sabrina that easily. I know she got a redemption, she's a better person now, but after all she still traumatized Marinette. Marinette has PTSD because of Sabrina and Chloe and what they did to her, for example in the episode Derision in the flashbacks. So I wouldn't forgive Sabrina that easily if I was Marinette. Yes, she got the redemption as I said in the episode 21 of Season 5, but that's still not really enough. Did Sabrina even apologize to Marinette for all she did? But at least Sabrina knows that she bullied Marinette a lot, because she said that in the episode 4, so at least she's aware of this. And by the way, Sabrina was extremely badass when she rejected the Akuma. She's the first one who rejected the Akuma from Chrysalis. And this is really a good point, a really good writing, because Alia said in the episode 2 to Marinette that now all the heroes will not get akumatized because they managed to control their emotions. So this is the perfect example of one of the heroes. Actually they are called Miraculous now, so let's call them the Miraculous. One of the Miraculous almost got akumatized and she rejected the Akuma extremely fast, so I'm proud of her. Sabrina is really worthy of the dog Miraculous and I'm happy that she has it because it's a confidence boost and she's a really great hero. She also appeared in the episode 2. She appears now in the episode 4, so she's getting more recognition, or she should. Something that I didn't really like in the episode 4 was when Sabrina used the Miraculous for her own purposes, to help Marinette, because that wasn't really something to be helped with the Miraculous. But she did that for her own sake, let's say. So I didn't really like that. But at the end, Marinette and Sabrina got the redemption that they should, and I'm really happy for Sabrina that now she has some genuine friends who really care about her. Marinette is a really forgiving person, and I've seen a lot of people saying that in season 6 she's insane or that her development is gone. But as I said, Sabrina and Chloe traumatized Marinette, and Marinette still had the courage and the guts, let's say, to forgive Sabrina and also include her in her friend group. So this is something big. Marinette is a really good person. But now, what about Sabrina and Zoe? Because they had some really interesting interactions, and I kind of shipped them. I didn't ship them at first because it seemed kind of random, but I really do now. But wait, actually this is not random, Sabrina and Zoe, because Zoe is Chloe's sister, and Sabrina and Chloe were best friends, so it makes sense actually. I'm really curious to see how the relationship between them will develop in the next episodes, because it will be really interesting. Now we have one of my favorite Adrienette scenes, when they kiss for the 100th time, and Marinette and Adrian were extremely cute in this scene. They are couple goals, for sure. Marinette was just a bit over the top, but I'm not really sure when this episode is happening, because in the episode 2, she was clearly uncomfortable near Adrian and she couldn't even stay alone with him, but in this episode she was more comfortable, and even in the episode 5 or Papa's she was more comfortable and a lot better, so she made a lot of progression. But I guess the order of the episode is like this. First of all, the episode 1, then we have the episode 4, this one, and let me explain why. Because Sabrina got a new look in this episode as Miss Hound, and then in the episode 2 Illustrator, she had the new suit which she had now after the upgrade. So probably the order is like this: the episode 1, then the episode 4, then probably the third episode, because in the episode 2 we have seen Caroline, I guess was her name, Sublime's mother, being interviewed by Nino and Alia. So, the final order of the episodes is like this: the first one, then the fourth one, then the third one, then the second one, and finally the episode 5 were Papa's. Thomas Astruc said on Twitter that the order of the episodes is not important and that each episode is like a piece of puzzle. And until the finale we have to put all the pieces of the puzzle together, and then only the last 3 episodes or something like this are important and they need to be watched in order. But talking about the pieces of puzzle, this is probably the piece of puzzle from this episode, because we have a new character who threatened Zoe. He looks kind of old, I mean not old, but older than a high schooler. He looks like he's in his 20s, but he may be 15 or 16, who knows. He kind of looks like a Barbie prince, but the evil version. I mean, kind of all of them were evil anyway. But what is he doing here? Is it even allowed for him to just come in a random high school and threaten someone? And he knows Zoe from New York. And we know from the episode Soul Crusher that Zoe in New York wasn't really herself, because she was pretending to be someone else to fit in. She was behaving like Chloe, for example, towards everyone. And now she's being herself with Marinette and everyone. But everyone who knows her from New York don't know that she's actually a good person. And maybe she did something to this guy and he came back for revenge. I'm not really sure what is happening. But obviously she did something really bad in New York to fit in. And by the way, the video on the phone is with the old animation, so this is kind of funny. It's a funny detail. But what is he doing here? I'm really curious. Probably Zoe did something to him, but he also looks evil. So maybe him and Zoe were enemies or something like this, and he came for revenge, as I said. Maybe he will not appear in the next episodes. We will probably see him again towards the episodes 12, 13 or something like this. And let's see what he will do and what he has against Zoe. What he has to expose her for. Overall, the episode 4 Daddycop was amazing, as I said in the intro. It's probably my favorite episode, for now, from season 6. My order of the episodes for now is like this: first of all the episode 4, then the episode 5, then the episode 2, and my least favorite one is the third one, even though all the episodes were okay, but the fourth one and the fifth one were clearly better than the first two ones. I'm really curious to see what will happen also in Climatic Queen. If I have to rate this episode from 1 to 10, I will give it a 9.2, let's say. It was a really interesting episode, solid plot. I love the animation and all the characters were really developed. So I really like that, good job. Now let's discuss about what I believe will happen in all the episodes because there are a lot of interesting titles, especially towards the end of the season. So first of all, we have Climatic Queen. And about Climatic Queen, I can't really say much because we don't have any images, we don't know anything about the episode. And we also know that it has some issues at the studio, so that's why it's still not out. It has some issues with the animation. And to be honest, that makes me believe that it will have an amazing fight scene. Because we know that Stormy Weather, the original episode of season 1, the first one, has an amazing fight scene, one of the best ones from all the seasons, in my top 5 for sure. And in general, season 1 had amazing fight scenes, but especially Stormy Weather. So Climatic Queen has to do the same. We know from the second episode that Miss Bustier is the one who was akumatized into Climatic Queen, and all she remembers is that she was nervous or something like this because of her baby, and then she was akumatized and heard multiple voices. Because Layla obviously akumatized her and we know that she uses multiple voices, do not be identified. So I have really high expectations only for the fight scene in Climatic Queen, not other aspects. Then the second episode, Illustrator, was an amazing episode for me, probably one of my top 15 ones from all the seasons, and I rated it as a 9 out of 10. And then Sublimation was an okay episode, not as good as Illustrator, because there are some aspects that I didn't like about Sublimation, but overall I rated it as a 7 out of 10. Now we have already seen the episodes 4 and 5 because they were released today, but before I watched them, I recorded something because I was curious to see if my predictions would come true. So what you are about to hear now, it was recorded before I watched the episodes 4 and 5. And let's see what I believe will happen in these episodes before I watch them. Either way, in the episode 4 Daddycop, Marinette will celebrate her 100 kiss with Adrienne, and that's extremely sweet. I've seen a lot of people online saying that is creepy, but let's be for real, this is sweet. One of the main characters of Daddycop will be Sabrina, because her father will be the one who will be akumatized into Daddycop. And what even is the name Daddycop? I mean, it's obviously the funniest title of season 6 and probably from all the seasons, but who chooses the name Daddycop? If I was Layla, I would un-akumatize him, what's the term, de-akumatize him, after I heard that his name is Daddycop. In the episode 4, we will also learn that all the heroes can call on someone, not only Ladybug, and besides Miss Hound, who is Sabrina, we will also get Pegasus. Most of the episode will take place at night, and I love night episodes, so I have high expectations for it. Probably Daddycop and War Papas will be my favorite episodes out of the first 5 ones. Moving on, we have the episode War Papas, but we already discussed about what will happen in it. So let's discuss about the episode 6, Sleeping Siren, which will probably be Ondine re-akumatized into the Siren, but with extra powers. Then El Toro de Piedra, it means Stone Bull or something like this, and it could be Ivan re-akumatized, but he already has a Miraculous, so if he was akumatized that will be kind of bad. Vampigami could be a Sentimaster, not a vampire. Mr. Agrest is a really interesting title because it could reveal more information about Adrian's family, so kind of the same as War Papas. The Dark Castle reminds me of the fencing instructor who was akumatized in season 1, so he could be akumatized again. Revelator is the episode 11, which will be released on 22nd February in English dub, so maybe we will have some revelations in it, so someone who exposes your secrets. Reckless Driver reminds me of the driver who was Ladybug's and Cat Noir's driver in Reverser from season 2, so maybe he will be akumatized. And the episode 13, Ikasi Gozen gets the award for the most predictable villain. Obviously Kagami's mom, who is also a villain in season 6, will be re-akumatized, with the same powers probably. Now we have the episode 14, Grand Diaper, and this is a really strange title because it says diaper. English is not my main language, you can probably tell by my accent, but diaper means that thing that you use for babies, right? So Grand Diapers, it's a really strange title. I can't say any theories about it because I don't have any theories, but a baby probably won't be akumatized because Layla is not as dumb as Gabriel to akumatize babies, even though she akumatized a kid in Illustrator, but this is enough because Illustrator didn't even listen to her that much. The Ruler seems like a really interesting title in the episode 15. It reminds me of Queen Mare, so probably the same situation or maybe the same powers. From what I know, Noe is a biblical legend or something like this, so I'm not really sure what to believe about the episode 16. But A Fairy Goodnight seems like a really interesting episode, the episode 17, and maybe Sublime will be akumatized. She kind of gives off fairy vibes, especially that she doesn't have legs, so she would need wings, and that will make a great villain. The Dirty Fires again is a really strange title. Maybe there are more akumatized people because it says the Dirty Fires, not the Dirty Fire. So maybe a group of people will be akumatized into the Dirty Fires, obviously. I'm not sure how to pronounce the title from the episode 19, but from what I know it is translated as the Straightener, and I've seen a lot of people joking online that it will turn Zoe straight or something like this, but obviously this will not happen. Her Fixer reminds me of the finale of the third season, probably the worst finale by the way, my least favorite one. So maybe we will see Chloe in this episode, and we will find out more information about her family, and her parents will be akumatized again into Heart Fixer. Last time they were akumatized into Heart Eater, I guess, or something like this. Then we have the episode 21, The Changed Titans, and that sounds like a really interesting title. Again, more people will be akumatized because we can tell from the title, and I'm really curious to see what it will be about. Probably it reminds me of the Titans for Cartoon Network, so maybe it's a reference? Who knows? Lady Chaos, probably the most interesting title of Season 6 along with Mr. Agrest. Lady Chaos is a speculation that Marinette will be akumatized, especially that now Alia has access to her memories and also her Miraculous because of the Quagatama from Illustrator. So Marinette could actually be akumatized. There are a lot of chances, and I would love that. Set Nancy gets the same award as Ikazi Gozen, the most predictable villain. Nora will be re-akumatized into a Nancy, but now she's named Said Nancy. Now we probably have my favorite title of Season 6 because it says Queen of the Dread Zone, and that sounds badass, you can't deny that. Probably Chloe will be akumatized, who knows, but the title is amazing and I have high expectations for this episode. And by the way, Thomas Astuk said on Twitter, or Blue Sky, I'm not really sure which one, but either way, he announced that the last 3 episodes of Season 6 have to be watched back by back, and the other ones don't matter that much. So the episodes 24, 25 and 26 will be really relevant to the plot. That's why I have high expectations for them, especially the finale of Season 6 and Queen of the Dread Zone. Talking about the finale, the first part is named Secret Protocol, and we don't have a name for the finale, we just know Secret Protocol, but in general it has another name. For example, in Season 4 it was named The Final Attack of Shadow Mode, or Shadow Mode's Final Attack, something like this. And also in Season 5 it was named The Last Day. So in Season 6 it has to have a name. I'm sure that Layla will make an amazing plan and really smart. There won't be a reveal I guess in Season 6, but Adrian may find out the truth about what happened to Gabriel in the finale. Nemesis means enemy or something like this, so Nemesis could mean Layla. It will be amazing to akumatize herself and to give herself whatever power she wants because she would think of something extremely smart. So I have high expectations for the finale, extremely high expectations. So this is all we know about the episode 5 and also all we know about the titles of Season 6. If you will find out more information about Season 6, obviously I will keep you updated because that's my job right now. But jokes aside, I have high expectations for Season 6. Till now, it isn't better for me than Season 4 or Season 5. It is probably my 4th favorite season, Season 6 right now. But it will grow. We have seen only 2 episodes, so I don't want to make critics about Season 6 until we see at least 10 episodes, let's say. Besides that, we have some information about Season 7. The first 2 episodes have been already written. And also, the official release date of Season 7 is 2026. So Season 6 has to end in this year if we will get Season 7 in 2026. Also this year we will get the Tokyo special with 2D animation. I'm not really sure if all the special will have 2D animation on only some parts, for example the flashbacks. But I'm really excited for it, and I'm really excited for Season 6, especially for the episode War Papas that we discussed about today. It looks like an amazing episode, and I love all the episodes that are about Adrian, because we need to find out more information about him, and he's also a main character, so he needs more screen time. And Thomas Astruc, the creator of Miraculous, said that after we will watch the first episode of Season 7, we will have to rewatch all of Season 6. So there are a lot of hidden details, and a lot of people have already seen a lot of details. For example, Adrian's shirt is not ironed, or Layla in the background. So I'm really excited for Season 6, I will be careful at all the details, and you have to be careful too. And this is all for today. Thank you so much if you are still here and you watched all the way through. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because I'll keep you updated with all the news about Miraculous, especially that a lot of new episodes are on their way, and I'll see you soon.